Hello. You know what to do. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. And now, what I want to do, I want to discuss, you know, uh, left wing unity and left wing divisions. And that's what we need to discuss because I want to win. And I think that that's true of the average leftist, that they will want to win. And, I just think that we should focus on that. Now, what am I talking about? Well, I am talking about internet, what the online left, and what's going on with the online left as of late. Now, Vaush, I listen to. Obviously, listen to Kyle Kulinski too, very much so. Listen to Shoe0nHead. I mean, I listen to them all. Yeah, I do listen to Shoe0nHead. Even bought a plushie by Shoe0nHead once. Display proudly. Okay. Well, let me get to what I need to say. I'm a little dismayed by a video, and I got the link description below. Um, of Vaush criticizing, Kyle Kulinski and Shoe0nHead for their videos on CIA recruitment. And to be fair, others have done a critique of the same video, and I'm thinking about doing that maybe sometime tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. And it could be, yeah, I might combine it with this video here today and be done with it. Anyway, let me get to what I was saying. Yes, Jimmy Dore's done this video, his critique of the CIA and them using politically correct language too. So has Abby Martin. None of these people are like, you know, a pipeline toward the alt right. Almost, and I'm surprised Vosh is hinting that. And the thing about it is that I mean I like Bosch personally. I listen to his program, but sometimes he hit and miss, and he definitely missed on this one. Now the thing about it is the CIA recruiting video, the recruiting video of a criminal organization that any objective person on the left and even those who are libertarian or paleoconservative who has a problem with our military industrial complex and the surveillance state and some of the bad things that we do across the globe. We do good things as America, but we also do crappy things. And the same can be said about other societies. Well, before I get started, I'm going to play you this video called Humans of CIA, and this is what the video is about. You'll see the link below.
When I was 17, I quoted Zora Neale Hurston's How It Feels to Be Colored Me in my college application essay. The line that spoke to me stated simply, I am not tragically colored. There is no sorrow dammed up in my soul nor lurking behind my eyes. I do not mind at all. At 17, I had no idea what life would bring, but Zora's sentiment articulated so beautifully how I felt as a daughter of immigrants then and now. Nothing about me was or is tragic. I am perfectly made. I can wax eloquent on complex legal issues in English while also belting Guayaquil de mis amores in Spanish. I can change a diaper with one hand and console a crying toddler with the other. I am a woman of color. I am a mom. I am a cisgender millennial who's been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I am intersectional, but my existence is not a box-checking exercise. I am a walking declaration, a woman whose inflection does not rise at the end of her sentences, suggesting that a question has been asked. I did not sneak into CIA. My employment was not and is not the result of a fluke or slip through the cracks. I earned my way in, and I earned my way up the ranks of this organization. I am educated, qualified, and competent, and sometimes I struggle. I struggle feeling like I could do more, be more to my two sons, and I struggle leaving the office when I feel there's so much more to do. I used to struggle with imposter syndrome, but at 36, I refuse to internalize misguided patriarchal ideas of what a woman can or should be. I am tired of feeling like I'm supposed to apologize for the space I occupy rather than intoxicate people with my effort, my brilliance. I am proud of me. Full stop. My parents left everything they knew and loved to expose me to opportunities they never had. Because of them, I stand here today a proud first-generation Latina and officer at CIA. I am unapologetically me. I want you to be unapologetically you, whoever you are. Know your worth, command your space. Mija, you're worth it.
Okay, that's what the video is about. And Kyle Kulinski, Jimmy Dore, Abby Martin, Shoe0nHead, and others on the online left made a video criticizing the intersectional commentary and the modern lingo that's usage. It doesn't usage. I'm a 52-year-old, so I feel like a fuddy duddy hearing these terms. You know, I am anti-racist because I think racism sucks. I am pro LGBTQ because the people from the LGBTQ community are human beings, just as people of color are human beings, just as in this whole world, we are all human beings, every one of us. And so, all the having that said, I'm not virtue signaling. I I oppose bigotry of any sorts because it's immoral, and we're all human, and we all should respect each other and treat each other the same. And but the thing about it is that the CIA, an organization that done a lot of evil in this world over the years, and it doesn't matter to me if it's a Latina woman with her hand on the button that's going to drone brown people in the Middle East, or if it's some middle aged crusty old white guy, cranky old Republican Fox News watching moron that wants to go and push that button. The fact is that brown people are getting thrown in the Middle East because of what we do here in the CIA. Yes, Jean Haskell was the head of the CIA during the Trump years, and she's an evil person, not because she's a woman. She's evil because she was involved with the torture program during the Bush Cheney years. Condoleezza Rice, a woman of color, Secretary of State, supporter of the Iraq War, which there's over 1 million people that died, and the world's a hell of a lot more unstable today because of the action of what I consider the worst president this country ever had, George W. Bush. And remember, there are no weapons of mass destruction, and then you got George W. Bush and Dick Cheney, two crusty old white men that lied about weapons of mass destruction. So I am equal opportunity. When a war crime is committed, a war crime is committed. Doesn't matter. No matter. I'm during the days of Hitler. I'm sure they were. I mean they had some Jewish people trying to find other Jewish people to go and put in the camps and things like that, or whatever group that Hitler wanted to go after. My point I'm trying to make is that you can find terrible people in each group that have done things, and so this is a criminal organization. The CIA is, and now they're going to go and make them acclimate themselves to reach out to the people of color, and reach out to the LGBTQ community, reach out to this demographic and this demographic and this demographic, because well, you know, that's just how they recruit, and things are not going to change. As far as what the CIA is doing. Remember, we have a drug epidemic in the '80s with cocaine and crack destroying lives of people because the U.S. government looked the other way while drug lords like Manuel Noriega pushed drugs into the United States. And why? Because Manuel Noriega was a right wing tyrant in Panama, and he was assisting the United States to go and try to topple the Sandinistas in Nicaragua at that time. Um, People seem to forget about the time when it was the Contras and the Sandinistas in Nicaragua and the FMLN and the Robert Buchan government, I cannot pronounce his name, in El Salvador, all in the 1980s. But the point I'm trying to make is that Vaush, instead of criticizing Kyle Kulinski and Shoe0nHead over something that may have some substance, they went and criticized them both for criticizing the CIA's tactic of using identity politics to serve the negative ends of the CIA, and that's what it's about. And yeah, I mean, now Bosch was correct when he talked about intersectionality and how when it comes to people who are suffering the most, it would be black and brown people. And what Kyle Kulinski said when he talks about the working class, he means the entire working class, not some white factory blue collar worker in a union in 1955. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's your Bosch is nitpicking at Kyle Kulinski and Shoe0nHead, who are both very, very, very strident anti-racist, stridently anti-racist, stridently pro-LGBTQ, stridently for equality across the board. And so to criticize them and make them sound like they're just a bunch of mere class reductionists. Well, I have news for Vaush in that regard. Regardless of where we are all at and what emphasis we take on social issues on across the board, if you're a leftist, no matter whether you're a liberal, a social democrat, a socialist, a Trotskyite, anarchist, a communist, or whatever you are, you're by default a class reductionist. And what I mean by that, it doesn't mean that because you're a class reductionist, you're like 100% neutral on social issues, or you're culturally conservative or reactionary on it. No, 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 no. To be on the left, you're consistently involved in liberation struggle for the people. And I see no evidence of Kyle Kulinski or Shoe0nHead um, disregarding um, the disenfranchised in this country. In fact, I see the opposite. I see what they have done. I think they've done good work. And in the defense of Bosch, so has Bosch. But Bosch, I think, just missed the boat on this one. Now, when it comes to Fox News, someone like Tucker Carlson. Now, while I agree with the left that Tucker Carlson is not a good actor in many, many ways, I do think there are people who work for Fox News who are much worse than Tucker Carlson that they don't really go and emphasize on. Like Sean Hannity is worse than Tucker Carlson. Mark Levin is worse than Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson. What's the name of that preacher from Arkansas that's was a Republican? Mike Huckabee, religious fanatic. He's worse. I mean, and so the thing about it is that some people on the left get mad. Well, Cornel West or Bernie Sanders or Jimmy Dore or Glenn Greenwald shut up on Tucker Carlson. They must be just like Tucker Carlson. No, 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 not at all. And I'm glad they were on Tucker Carlson because because in that way a Fox News viewing audience can hear what someone like Cornel West or someone like Bernie Sanders or someone like Jimmy Dore or someone like Glenn Greenwald has to say, and seeds are planted. Seeds are planted, and if we can turn these Fox News viewers into Bernie Bros, don't you think that you won the battle? Because I think you will convince some people that Fox News is just a propaganda piece of the Republican Party and nothing more than that, and they might get a new perspective on things. And even with Tucker Carlson, as wrong as he is most of the time, you're not being a fan of Tucker Carlson when Tucker Carlson goes against someone like John Bolton and basically criticized him on foreign policy. Between John Bolton and Tucker Carlson is certainly not the bad guy, whereas John Bolton should be behind bars in prison, rotting away for his role in the Iraq War, for the million people that died in Iraq, the American troops that died, and making the world significantly less safe. But that's kind of where I stand right there. But I have a problem with Bosch trying to nitpick on Kyle Kulinski and Shoe0nHead. And personally, well, probably I listen to them probably more than just about everybody else out there. I do admit that. But as I said, in a nutshell, I just think Bosch is a little out of line this time on this, and and again, not to take away from Bosch, I like Bosch as a general rule, but I disagree with him there because, frankly, if Shoe0nHead or Kyle Kulinski or anybody else like that were really putting the issue of race or gender or sexual orientation in the back seat and all of that, I wouldn't listen to them because that's part of the struggle right there. Um, for me, I'm a socialist. I'm a social democrat. I think that's semantics, the same thing. And part of what I believe in is I'm also a civil libertarian, and the civil libertarianism means, and not to be confused with economic libertarianism, because I'm not an economic libertarian, but I am a social libertarian, or a left libertarian, or a civil libertarian. And what I mean by that is I believe in the equality of all people, regardless of their race, regardless of their gender, regardless of their sexual orientation, or whatever stances or circumstances in life, and believe in fighting well in individual liberty, but I also believe in in group liberation too, and that's what it comes down to. So anyway, these are my words. It's just how I see things tonight. If you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree with what I have to say, well, comment anyway. We'll have a conversation. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you that if you're passionate about something, please, by all means, create your own platform because we're the muckrakers of our time. And feel free to share the content on this channel, of course. And of course, once again, feel free to hit that subscription button and that notification bell so you're kept up to date with what I have to say. And until next time, I am American Social Democracy. Peace. Class struggle yesterday, class struggle today, class struggle tomorrow until we achieve full and economic justice for all. And part of the package of class struggle to achieve this justice means means the multiracial working class. It means the rainbow working class. It means these things too. And for clarity, I just want to emphasize that. So anyway, take care and comment away.